Hey, Nate Barger here. Welcome back. Today we're gonna. This is part three in a series of $1 million mistake. So, part one we went into an analysis on doing 30 flips and why people think they should flip. Everybody, their first thing, their first mind. Let's go flip. Let's go flip. Let's go flip. All I hear when they say that is, "I want a job. I want a job. I want a job." Because what I hear is, "I want to trade my time off for a certain predetermined amount of money." But when you buy and hold real estate, what happens is you go and you buy more, you buy more, you buy more. And what happens is the tenant's rent continues to go up. You lock in long-term debt, so your expenses are pretty fixed. They may go up a little bit every year, but they should not go up as much as your increase in rent. And then on top of that, you have what's called principal reduction. So you have rent's going up. Your income, the amount that you're making is like this. It's going up at a pie shape. And we'll try to find some graphs and put that up for you. And then the amount that you owe is going down, but your appreciation is doing like this. So look at this curve here. Your appreciation and your principal reduction is driving down. You'll ultimately drive down to owe zero, and you'll ultimately own a property that's worth a ton of money. But you can only do that if you buy in the right areas. And here's what I'll tell you. Let's say you go into downtown Manhattan. Let's say right around the Statue of Liberty. And let's say 200 years ago, one of your ancestors bought that property and just rented it out. That property would be worth tons of money. Or let's say they went into Miami Beach and bought some property on South Beach 50 years ago. It would be worth tons of money. Well, let's say they went into the middle of a cornfield in Oklahoma. Well, they probably still have it and probably still doing corn over there. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mean that but what I'm telling you is that where you buy is almost more important than anything. Because if you can hang on to this asset long term in those type of areas, you'll have an asset that's worth a lot of money and you'll pay it down to zero. But in between doing them two things, you'll have cash flow. So every month, let's say you got a property that, let's say this one here, year 5 is worth $204,000. Well, 5% return on $200,000 compounded over 5 years at 5%, that roughly means that the property value is going to go up 5% a year. And then next year it's going to go up 5%. It's not going to go up 5% of the 200. It's going to go 5% of the 200 times 1.05. So 5% of 200 is 10. Next year it'll be worth 210. You'll get 5% on that. So I think it was Albert Einstein said the most powerful thing in the world. Is he the one who built he didn't build no bombs or nothing. He built light bulbs well, I don't know. Listen, I ain't no scientist, man. And you guys are probably going to respond and be like, Nate don't know what the hell he's talking about. But with numbers I do, but with scientists. But I think it was Albert Einstein that said the most powerful thing in the world was compound interest. If you don't believe me, get out a compound interest calculator. Start putting aside $100 a month and compound it for 30 years at 15%. And if you do this real estate, I'm going to show you how to make way more than 15% off your money. Somebody chime in below and tell them how much money that is. I don't even know, but it's over $1 million. So you put in $36,000. That's $100 a month times 360 months, 36 grand compounded. I don't know, Matt. Are you taking a picture? Or are you shooting a video? Matt's back there. I was hoping he was going to hold it up on his calculator, but I guess you don't know that formula either, man. He didn't grow up in the hood, but he didn't grow up. Where'd you grow up?
Norwood.
Norwood in a house.
It's the hood.
No, it's not the man. That's where rich people live at, man. Look, only people from Norwood think that's a hood, man. Y'all be scared to drive through Bond Hill. Like, man, mom be like, don't go over there. They be like, yeah, I ain't going over there. So, guys, but Bond Hill is hot right now. 17%, 18% compounded inflation took that. You went from $81,000 4 years ago to $150,000 in 4 short years. So 5% on $200,000 house is over $1,000 or close to $1,000 a month is what you're getting. It should be $1,000 a month is what you're getting compounded over 5 years. So you're making $1,000 a month off one property. All you're doing is going to sleep, waking up, collecting the rent, paying the bank, keeping some of that for yourself, managing the property, managing the asset, owning the asset while it goes up in value. So we went into a little bit about on the last video buy and hold and how you were going to make over $3 million without paying any taxes on the buy and hold. Buy and flip, after taxes, you were going to make $525,000. So one of the things about the areas that you're buying in that we want you to know about is basic jobs and what basic jobs do. I'm going to make a whole video. I'm going to bring in an expert at basic jobs because I know about it, but I'm not like an economic development. I know what to look for, but I want somebody who can really break it down for you. So make sure you subscribe to us, hit the like button, and hit the bell. Hit the bell over there, and drink you some water if you want. And then so you'll get all of our videos as soon as we upload them. You'll know immediately. You'll know, like, hey man, I'm about to get better. I'm about to get better. Just keep pushing. Bring your kids around. Bring everybody around. You guys sit around and learn this stuff together so you can help build. This is how you build wealth. It's by knowing what to do with money. It's not by having money. You got to know what to do with the money and how to get the crazy returns. And real estate is one of those things that you can leverage to get crazy returns. So another thing that you want to be cautious of and look for is construction cost in these areas. When you're buying and holding, you want to buy and hold in an area where your house is cheaper than a new build. Because if not, let's say you're in an area where you got 1,000 square foot house and that 1,000 square foot house that you're renting out, somebody can come in and build for, let's say it's worth 200, but somebody can come and build it for 150. Well, if there's a bunch of land around, somebody's just going to come in and they're going to build next to you. They're going to take your customers. They're going to be like, hey, I don't need 1,250. Give me 1,100 and I got brand new stuff over here. They're going to take your customers. So why is that important? You have construction costs have risen rapidly. Part of that is because we have a shortage of guys that want to do construction anymore. And in the 1980s, quite honestly, everybody said, hey, I don't want my son being a plumber or electrician or a tradesman. Well, now we have a shortage of them. Actually, if you go, I know they have 100% job placement anywhere in the country, and the starting salary is $110,000 for a 2-year degree as an electrical lineman. I know a guy that does it, he makes $150 his first year. Now, he worked a lot of overtime, but that is the type of, scenario right there that will drive up housing values because it will cost that much more to build them. Lumber costs have went up. Part of that may be temporary because of the tariffs coming in from China, and we import a lot of our wood from there. A lot of the stuff that we're importing from, not China, that was Canada for the wood, but a lot of the stuff we're importing from China. And so just be conscious. You want to know everything about, you don't want to just know about real estate. You want to know about the stuff associated with it, the products, the inflation, what's likely to happen to the jobs out here. Is there a shortage of jobs? What's the cost to build? Where are the basic jobs? Why do people want to move here? If they just want to move there because their grandma lives there, well, that's a one-off. But if they want to move there because they want to be closer to their job, and assuming their job is, let's say it's a healthcare, or it's a university, or it's an auto plant, or it's some type of manufacturing. Those are basic jobs. You want to be around them, and you want to be around multiple demand generators. You don't want to be around where there's just one demand generator. We've all seen it. Then that demand generator decides to up and move, and the whole town collapses, and so does your retirement. So make sure you buy in areas and mitigate your risk. And we're gonna talk about Part 4. We're going to talk about you guys hitting the like button and subscribing and hitting the bell. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about taxes and bases. And again, guys, I am not a CPA. I talked to a really good CPA today. What was his name? Brent. He's in our BRRRR group on Facebook. Make sure you go in there. Apartment Investing Secrets. We got a great team of people. My partner, Mike Ely, that's him and Wynn, they run that site over there. And over here, me and Matt, we're working on the BRRRR Invest. And, just Go into these groups and ask your questions. There are people in here that are very successful that all they want to do is help you out. They don't want to charge you. They don't want to take your money. Like people ask me all the time, Nate, will you mentor me? I don't want to mentor. I don't have time, but what I want to do is give it away for free. I don't want to charge nobody for it because honestly, I can make more money doing real estate. And so I feel like if I do that, it's not, I'd rather just give it away. I don't want to charge anybody for information. I feel like the information should be free. I want you to succeed. And ultimately, I just ask you, if this information helps you out, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, you'll be notified, hit the like button. But even more important than that, remember to give back. You never know what people are going through in their life. And you never know. I had a guy come up to me one time and he told me that I saved his life. And I knew it wasn't me, but that was God working through me. So, and I didn't even know who this guy was, but it was just being kind to him one day. He seen me pull up, and I think I was probably in, I don't know, I was in a really nice car. And then I sat there and I took out time to talk to the guy. Now, I don't remember even doing this, but the guy was just so appreciative of that. And I told him how to do real estate. I told him how to do some stuff, and he just changed his life. So you never know what people are going through. So I just ask you guys, just be kind to each other. Don't worry about what's going on in Washington. We're going to make it through this together as Americans. So stay tuned for part 4, where we are going to talk about protecting your equity. This is something I spent $50,000 to learn. So talk to you guys soon.